in Yampol, Ukraine was peaceful in 1936 when Izzy Darakhovskiy was born. He lived with his father, stepmother, and little sister. But soon, everything changed.
During the war, I was a boy of 5 years. Very soon, the Germans occupied our city and part of our country.
2 streets in Izzy's town were fenced in and made into a Jewish ghetto.
We didn't have a right to go anywhere. In one apartment used to live 3, 4 families. We didn't have actually nothing to eat in Nazi camp, in the ghetto.
In 1942, Izzy's family was rounded up and deported to a slave labor camp. Izzy, at just 6 years old, was forced to work hours on end with little food. His grandfather became unable to work, and Izzy witnessed him get shot.
For 3 years, I didn't even see one person to make a smile or to make a joke.
After 1,000 days in the slave labor camp, Izzy was liberated. But life in Ukraine remained difficult. Anti-Semitism was prevalent, and famine swept Ukraine. Izzy would go days without eating. But through it all, he devoted himself to school and kept reading.
And every book I read so deeply, and I live as the hero of this book.
Despite being the top student in his class, Izzy was denied admission to university for being Jewish. He was drafted into the Soviet army. After 5 years, Izzy was thrilled to attend State University in Moldova. He was a member of the university volleyball team and loved participating in theater. In order to afford food and clothing in college, Izzy spent time working at a railway station, at a vegetable warehouse, as an insurance agent, and as a tutor. Izzy earned his first degree and began his 28-year career as a highly respected economist. When the Soviet Union disbanded, Izzy, age 57, immigrated to the US with his wife and children. He came here with no money, speaking zero English, and leaving behind everything he had ever known.
It's very difficult to be again a refugee because you don't have your friends. You don't have people to remind. Do you remember we used to do this? Do you remember something else? But I was lucky to get a lot of friends in the United States. And I am so obligated to the United States for this support this country give to people of my age.
Since coming to the US, Izzy has worked to educate young people about the Holocaust, and was even invited to speak at a United Nations conference. He has written numerous award-winning books and been featured on Federal Talk Radio News alongside President Obama. Izzy is very proud of the success of his children and grandchildren, who were all able to graduate from American colleges.
2 granddaughters, one of them Eileen. She was in the list here, please. In the list of 1% best students nationally. So she got a very good university education.
I am amazed at Izzy's perseverance. Despite everything he faced, he was still able to live his dreams. And although I can't do his life justice in one video, I want to say thank you, Izzy, for sharing your story.